Another thing I know that you don't really believe in the star system and the award functions which happen. You've often said they're a big sham. But I really need to know, I mean, in terms of, because I think you once said that I never desired to be a superstar, and the day I decided to become an actor, I promised myself that I didn't want, as in you didn't want flashlights around you.
Yeah, what I said was a long time back, I had decided that once I open my door to get out of my house, I don't need background score. That's what I said. Because, or flashlights for that matter. I would love to be treated respectfully as an actor. Thankfully, my fans are not the shirt-tearing variety. They don't come and, they are very respectful when they meet me. And you feel good about it. They talk about your films, they talk about a particular scene, which is nice, which is what I think. And I don't think that we as actors need to think of ourselves as gods. This is my old contention. I think we are in a profession in which the slightest of calamity in a country can throw this profession out of the window. So we are in the last rung of need. For us to be washed is the last need of any human being. If tomorrow there's an economic depression, who cares what you are? Actor is the last need of a human being. Khana, pina, rozi, roti, sab kuch important hota hai. So you are in the ladder of needs, you're the last. So what is the big ego in saying that, oh, I'm an actor and I'm a demigod? It doesn't make sense to me. So you might as well remain as humble as you can, and if you want to be arrogant, then be humbly arrogant.
Right. So this whole me, myself, I, me, myself, and demigodness, as he said, this sort of thing, is it also there in the Bengali film industry? Because it is very much prevalent in Bollywood.
No, I don't think it's that much in the Bengali film industry. I think not as much as in Bollywood. There is maybe, but not as, then people probably 10%.
But you know what, KK, like for instance last year, because you did talk about the audience maturing and how you think that's really not true. But if just last year you see in 2017, one of the big trends we saw was the small budget films, huge hits. And in fact, lots of films which had big stars and big heroes, really, I mean, they were given a huge thumbs down by the audience, which means the audience really wanted to see content, and it was just not important, just not enough for them that you just have a hero in the film.
But
and you need
to change this year, I think.
You think
it's been happening.
It change this year again.
It was actually seen very definitively last year. You have several films which really worked at the marquee. So you still don't think that
the fact is that when this becomes actually a fact and stays for about 5 years like this, then I shall say, okay, it's happened. Because as I said earlier, there was an art house piece of movement once upon a time. Right. Shabana Azmi, Smita Patil, Nasiruddin Shah, Nana Patekar, Om Puri. We just thought, oh, now look, this is going to change. Sai Pranjpe films, ye films. But nothing really happened. Yeah, I mean, we still respect those films. But it just fizzled out in the bargain. Something happened. And secondly, what happens is every film needs to be, like for example, now we're sitting here and doing an interview. Today, marketing a film is as important, or perhaps even more important than just making a film. So all that, so what is the kind of wherewithal you have in terms of finances to do that? It all depends on all those things. And also I think there's also one factor, which is the exhibitor ticket. For example, if they want to see a Kay Kay Menon film or a Shah Rukh Khan film, they're paying the same amount of money to watch the film. Now there lies the problem, you see. Why would they want to do that, is my point. I completely understand their angst, because one family going into a theatre costs a lot of money, including the popcorns. So therein lies the problem. So I think the film industry will have to somehow manage to subsidize certain films of a budget, and make people go and watch it, because ultimately they are doling out money.
Right,
and for doling out money, they'd love to see Austria and Australia and Switzerland in their films.